Thank you, Minister, for your very comprehensive report there on school transport. I suppose really when it was announced, the free school transport initiative, it was announced with great bells and whistles, and we expected great things. And when anything is ever announced as a free service, I suppose you've got to prepare for that and what that brings. And I'm just wondering, what action did you take? Did you acquire more buses for it? Did you acquire more drivers for it? You knew that more people would be applying for it, particularly in rural areas. It seems to have been a severe letdown. Were more staff appointed to the school transport section here in Bus Éireann in Dublin, because they don't seem to be able to answer the phone. They're not returning any emails at this moment in time. And inquiries are coming in from all over the country. This is not just a Meath issue, this is all over the country where councillors are having issues with transportation. The population increase with 52,000 more Ukrainians has obviously caused more problems for the school transport provision as well, and were any provisions made for that? But it just doesn't seem to have worked this year. I don't know why, but this year seems to have been worse than any other year that I've ever dealt with. And I'm glad to say that there are a number of school children that I know where they did get a bus pass, then it was taken off them, and there's seats on the bus and they can't get on the bus as a result of it. I know children that got tickets and they never even applied for the tickets. They would have applied in the very first 2 years of their education, didn't get it, and then this year all of a sudden they got tickets in the post. So there's serious mismanagement in the service there. So I'm delighted. You did say that you were going to be accommodating all the children who completed the application and ticket registration process on time this year, and they will be accommodated on school services where they're in operation. But what happens if they're in operation and those buses are full? Will you put on extra buses in that area? Is that going to be a possibility? I noticed that you didn't mention today the remote area grant. Now, that is a grant that is available, that a lot of people may not even know is available, for people that are living outside the distances of the school. Is there any way that you could increase the payment rate on that? Obviously, fuel has gone up. At this moment, it is 130, the daily rate, for 3.2 to 4.7 kilometres. And if you're 9.7 kilometres, you can get 5.10 a day. So is there any way you can look at that grant and maybe increasing the daily rate there? So that might take a little bit of pressure off parents as well. Now, I know that grant is payable annually. Is there any way that that could be done on each term? Because of the cost of living crisis, is there any way that they can submit them maybe after the first term, second term and the third term? That might just alleviate parents somewhat. But somebody did speak earlier on about the special needs transport, and that is a serious issue that we have in the country. I have one child in my town of Duleek, and the bus driver is coming from Monaghan to bring the child a half a mile up the road. It just doesn't make sense, twice a day. So we need to look at that, why that is happening. There are facilities and there are buses that are local. I don't know what the criteria is, but we need to look at that, because that obviously is a waste. That is a waste of money. So there's no reason why a bus driver from County Meath shouldn't be bringing that child to a school in County Meath, or even a bus driver in County Louth, nearer to the Meath border. So you have challenges there, Minister. I'm glad that you are going to look after those children that have previously been on buses and that have applied. Out of that 6,000, what do you think? Do you think those 6,000 are going to be getting a place this year or not? That's what I really want to know. And is there any way the staff there in Bus Éireann the school transport section, can they be complemented in some way? Can more manpower be given to that particularly for the months of July and August and September? They are under severe pressure, and it's unfair that they are not properly manned to deliver a better service for parents and for local representatives and national representatives. Because at the end of the day, when you have the knowledge, you can communicate it back to the individuals. But when you can't get answers, people do despair. So, look, I wish you well, and it has been a little bit of mayhem this year, but I've no doubt that you will get the extra money there next year from Minister McGrath, and it will improve for next year. Thank you.